Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. I have to check some things. This works out. I'm still tweaking. I'm still tweaking stuff. Even live. Yesterday I was live with Cosmic Chimp again and Epic Tech, and we streamed a bit of the new playtest. It was really nice. The whole stream is yesterday I turned it public yesterday, and everybody can watch it now if they want. So I think today we will have to do some small projects. I'm still figuring out what is up with the power, and as far as I see it, we are going up with the amount of uranium we have. The one reactor is turned off, and I think I'm very good on that part right now. So this thing has still fuel if we can let it run for an hour or so if needed, but the amount of uranium in these still goes up. So what I want to do today is we will go in and maybe build the second chamber here. Make it like we have this one here. Then if I can do it and it doesn't take too long, I will go and do buttons and all that stuff to activate everything from outside. There is a script for that. I have to see if I can get it run and how it does run. Maybe we will build another miner, because again the beam laser might not be the way to go forward. Having a miner that can mine loads of uranium seems to be a lot more interesting to me than to go forward with the beam laser, because as I said, the beam laser kind of makes all our progress we did in mining uranium, it kind of messes it up, because it takes so much power that the reactors just burn all the uranium we can bring in. That is the plan for today. If we still have time, we will go towards this mountain range and maybe figure out. I'm not sure if for example this space wouldn't be better, because this is in constant darkness, and it would be nice to have a space that's somewhere in the sun. So I took a look at this mountain over there. I have to say it seems to be better. Or we go into this mountain range just to be in the sun. That's one thing I would like to do. Maybe this one is better. We are closer to the lake, or to the ice lake, and still could drive up to it. I think this one would be better. We will fly towards this and then maybe go there. This again, it's in constant darkness. Having something bright and lit up would be nice. Good. Another look at the bridge that we also need to finish. There's a lot of small projects that we still have to do here. Good. I want to rip out the parts that we have here. It is the other thing is a lot easier to live with. I hope that doesn't attract clang if I just cut it up. I hope it doesn't. If it goes all wonky now, that's what I fear with this project. So yesterday we streamed again the new playtest. I might do another video for next week about it. There were some minor changes, so that's why I'm not really, I don't know if I really want to make another video about the playtest. It the changes are a bit in the balancing, and that's something that I can't really take a complete look at. That would involve in-depth testing, and I don't have the patience for that. And is that too loud? I can check it on my meters here. The thing with the balancing, they did some things to the hydrogen engines. I would like to compare it, but the only thing I can usually do is take a look and say, it seems to be slower. It seems to be better. The people yesterday noticed that it seems to be better. So maybe the hydrogen engine ends up being a viable energy source in the end. We had a bit of discussion about what is better, using the hydrogen engine or go with solar panels. I will always go with free energy, even if it is less energy. So something that I don't have to work for, I favor. Let's say it that way. Good. Let me cut this up a bit more, and then we will put in, you can see that I already routed the conveyors up, and I have this already. Yeah, this is already set up. So in the future we might go for something like an automatic thing, where we maybe open the hangar doors, bring out the nozzle, the how would you call that, the docking clamp or something like that, automatically. I'm not sure yet, but could be happening in the future. I would have to see, because we kind of need to, on the way back, we need to make it the other way around, and so we would need 2 buttons, but it would be neat to do that with 1 button. So it would be cool if you could find a solution for that. Good, let me work a bit more here, bring in the hangar doors and all that stuff, and then I will meet you when I have done that. That works out, so this is done. I've closed off the room. There shouldn't be any more openings except the 2 big ones, but we could now seal the room back here, and the room back here and the room back there without, we could seal them. That would be absolutely nice. So now the question is, what do we park in here? And I think we should park the miner in here. I've built something on the deck that we might want to use. So talking about the whole garage opener, basically garage door opener for the ships, let us do the building of a miner before. I know everybody saw building miners now, but I want to do it again. I want to have something that fits into that space, because that's the space we have in the hangar. We have 3 blocks to the back, 3 to the front. We even have 4 to the front, but I will go with 3. The connector should be somewhere in the middle, and we have 2 blocks high. I went 1 block here more, but we have 2 blocks. That's something we should take a look at. We could start out with the usual landing gear. I saw some people talk about that and called that old-fashioned. I like the landing gear method. So just let us plonk one down here, and then we build off of that. I want to go with a large reactor at least, so that I have enough power to keep that thing in the air. We need enough storage to store a lot of uranium. 2 or 3 drills would be nice, and it should be able to, yeah, basically tip forward. Oh, I should fill that up. It should be able to tip forward and then just stay in the air anyways, so that we can work with that, and maybe even be able to flip upside down to go to, how to say that, to, yeah, maybe even be able to work upside down. I think we don't need a lot of thrust to push it forward, so we will ignore forward thrust. We need thrust to the front, we need thrust to the sides so we can roll a bit, and we need thrust to the top, in my opinion. And so that's what I want to go off of. First, I want to just put down the connector, because the connector is the most important thing. It needs to be somewhere in the middle, and we will work off of that. Don't go too high. I know the landing gear will not be there later, so the connector will just go here. I hope nothing removes the whole ship now. We could even go with an open cockpit, by the way. Now that I have the azimuth cockpits in, the azimuth open cockpits, we could even go with that. Good thing is we don't need to work out if we want to have so I don't want to have components run through that, so we just need small conveyors, makes life a bit easier, and we might just not use any O2 generator on here or something like that. We will save up on that. We need ore detectors, we need the drills, we need cargo storage. That will be my main concern. Question is, how much cargo storage do we want? 2 large containers? Does that seem to be enough, or do we need more? I'm not sure. Let me lay down the groundwork for the whole thing, and then I will come back. So I want to put some thrusters on there so I can move it and put the reactor in, and then we will go off of that, I would say. I think I'm going overboard again, but I have the feeling that we will need this. I'm not sure. That's a thing that needs testing in the end, but I really have the feeling that is what is needed to keep that thing in the air. I have put in a second reactor, and now I'm producing all the parts. Not working with Tim bites, because I constantly have to order new parts, and that is, I'm not used to this. That's every time the thing that I'm absolutely not used to, not having everything. So I'm sticking a lot of uranium in there. It works. I'm not sure how well it works at the moment. With 2 reactors, that seems to work really well. I have a bit of wiggle room when it comes to the size of the thing. To one side, the hangar doors are 2, so the effective size of the hangar doors is 4 wide. This thing is nearly 3 wide now, relatively close to 3 wide. So I will have to turn it in a certain way so I don't run into the left side of the hangar. It will be... This will always be relatively precise maneuvering. I might put a connector on the bottom so that I can just throw out materials if I want. That's one thing I could do too. And I hope maybe I will put some blocks on top so that if I if I kind of run into the hangar doors don't immediately hit the cargo containers or the thrusters, so I might put just some blocks up top here, so that maybe some slopes, so that the hangar doors can slowly scrape over the thing and not hit cargo containers immediately. I want to fit in, yeah, again, this thing now has a big thrusters to all sides, so there is no there are small thrusters on here at the moment, but they will go in just a bit. This thing needs to be powerful. I want to be able to just tip down and drill and not have anything to fear there, that it just tips over or whatsoever. I'm a bit underpowered when it comes to forward thrust, but that's not really necessary. Going back to the ship, okay, then it is slow. I don't care. If I'm absolutely honest about that, I don't really care. Make some more of these, just to be sure. Some more computers, some of these, maybe some of this, and then I should be good for now. Okay, are these done? Yes, they are done. Then I can grind down the small ones here and get rid of them. But I think I will do a bit more and come back to you when I have the cockpit in place and maybe the drills. The good thing is I still have space to the front, so to the back I don't want to add a lot more, but to the front I should be able to bring in at least, I don't know, 3 drills or so, maybe 4 to each side, so I'm wider than the thing itself. That would be nice. Working on this. It's not beautiful, but I hope it just serves its purpose. I've put some armor block on top of these critical things that could get damaged if something rams into something. I hope that helps. I can only hope. There's an ejector on the bottom now. I never used these. I think that's the first time that I used it for, I think it's intended purpose. Otherwise I just use them to throw out stone, but mostly I use big connectors for that and not the ejectors. But the ejector I can use to just hover over this port and then throw everything in there. That should work too. Stone dusters on there to get rid of stone that I eventually get. I can turn them on and off if I really need. And I think we should make a test flight and see how bad it is. We will put an ore detector on the bottom. And I think we still have enough space in there to improve if we want. So if we need more power on the whole thing, or we need more I don't know, if we need more maneuvering thrusters or something like that, I think we really can still improve on the whole design. It's still open, and at the moment it flies pretty well. Maybe I want to have a bit more thrust to the downward thrust. I think we can still put that in. But if we don't have enough downward thrust, then we don't have thrust for anything at all. So it is slow. It is pretty slow when it comes to maneuvering up in gravity. In gravity it makes problems. Okay, that's something we need to solve. Go up, go up, go up. Did we lose anything? What got damaged too? What was that? I need to take a look at that. It seems there was no damage done to anything. That's good to see. We should make a test flight, I would say. I will go over to one of the points where there is uranium, and then we just drill a bit and see if it is able to handle all the stuff we can fill into it. I will fly over there and then I'm back with you. What I always forget while doing this is add lights. That's one thing we have to do. My helmet light helps, but I have to say that working with maybe spotlights should be better. The thing is that in here we have the problem that we are maneuvering in a hole that the mining laser dug, and there's not a lot uranium left here, so we might have to find another way. Another solution I will also try is set up a structure, or have a structure that I can drop onto the surface and then use a drill rig or something like that, and then just have transport ships flying back and forth between the carrier and the drill rig. That would also be something. That's also something we could then blueprint and then just build whenever we really need it. Also a possibility. Here we run into the problem that the uranium's quite deep, and we have to. Oh, I flew into this pre-dug hole. Let us see how much I got. 12k. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. But stone gets immediately voided. Then there is. So I noticed that with the stuff I have on board, the ship still moves pretty well. I'm happy to have that. Okay, there's a new vein of uranium. So if we can dig something out there, then we should be good to go. I will back out, and maybe the good thing is we can also just work this way around. So I could just go in there. I have some more thrusters on the bottom now. Before I flew, I just added a few more that seemed to be logical, and we could just add them to the top side too, so that we have the same amount of thrust to the bottom and the top side. So that would be something we could take a look at. There's more uranium. That's always the problem. Planetary mining, we always run into the problem that the whole ship needs to maybe go into one of these holes. That makes mining hard. That's why a lot of people really go for ships that have just a drill rig on the bottom, or go for drill rigs, something like oil rigs or so, but more for planetary mining. We will turn around now. That makes more sense. Can I? And we need more gyroscopes, I have the feeling. Okay. Now we should be. Yeah, we are right again. The amount of thrusters holding us back, the gravity is higher here. So if we just speed up to the front, and I misclicked just a bit, and my keyboard is not the precisest keyword that's out there. Let's say it that way. We could end up crashing, and that's something I definitely don't want to have happen. Let us make the hole a bit bigger. It works out, it just takes a while. Someone suggested PAM, so the Path Auto Miner for this. Again, on planets, no, that is not a good idea. Autopilots and planets don't go well. That's just not nice. Good, but I think I will mine a bit more and fly back to the carrier, and then we maneuver the carrier over to maybe the new landing spot and take a look if we can, if we can stay there, and if that's a good spot to just lay low, I would say. Yeah, I like this. I will do this a bit more. Good people. More thruster power is needed. This ship now gets unwieldy. So that's one thing we need to address. But if we want to get out of this hole in this situation, it still works, but it is slow and sluggish, and we need more gyros. That's another thing. But we have enough power, so with the amount of reactors we have, we are good. We are absolutely good. That's one thing I can say. And let us take one look at how much. So we used up 2 units of nearly 3, now a bit more than 2 units of uranium here and here. So I have the feeling that is, when it comes to power, a lot better than what we achieved before. 27, 30, 57, 66. We are roughly 100k. We have roughly 100k uranium, and that's good for the expense of 2 ingots. And so I think we run a lot better and a lot more energy efficient with a drill or with a thing. It's so sad because I really like the beam drill, but the beam drill is power wise. We could go for batteries or something like that. Could work with that and see. So I will not get rid of it. We will figure something out so that we can let the beam drill run when we need it, but in combination with a flying thing, what we could do is, don't know, have a wheeled, but that's not the theme for this planet. So let us take a look. Let us take a look if that works. We need a way to maybe, don't know, to maybe indicate where the ship is, and that's one thing we could try to figure out. See how we can fit in the. If there's a way to really to fit in the ship perfectly without I don't know, without the use of ice. Large grid is there, the piston, Hangar 2, and we just reverse that. We will not pull that in for now. I will think about a way how we can, maybe have an indicator to see if the ship is in the right position, so we don't crash it into the hangar opening. Maybe Okay, what we do is grab the connector and say switch lock, and then we just turn it below the... Okay, we let the ship be attracted, and then we visually try to indicate it. Okay, I think I need to turn it a bit more to the center. That doesn't work out so well. Can we see it from up top? We can see it. So should we try it? I think we should try it. Ready to lock, and then we pull that in. Piston. Let us do it that way, just for now. That seems to be a lot safer, and I can immediately reverse if I see sparks flying. 6. I can't see it. Ooh, that fits. Ooh. See that? That fits really nice. Maybe we don't need an indicator. That worked out pretty well, or can we close the door below it? If that works, then we are really good to go. This is the piston, this is the door. Ooh. I like it. I really like it. But we will bring it up top in a bit and just work on it a bit more up top. But first, let us maybe move the ship to the new location that we can go to. So back to here. The problem is with all the ships trying to fight against, although they are connected up, it can't be that bad. They even should support the ship while flying, or okay, we will see. Good. Again, I would like to bring it over to the mountain range back there. That seems to be a lot nicer with having it in the sun and all that stuff than working with the dark side of the mountain there. Or what do you think? Give me an opinion on that. That's always appreciated, and I can only say that this seems to be a lot nicer. This single mountain there seems to be even nicer, but I think I want to be closer to the ice lake, so that might be nice. Oh, do the ships behave? The ships behave. It seems the ships really behave well. Let us speed up just a bit. I don't want to run into the mountain. That would be bad. But here you can see that we have the slope to the lake, and we can maybe fit something, a hangar, into the mountain itself and have this thing sit outside somehow in a dock. I'm always going back to what is it, Captain America Winter Soldier, and how these I will not make something up top over the helicarrier or the carrier, but maybe have a rack that I can fit this thing into, that it holds, and then we can power it from outside, and the ship's engines doesn't need to constantly be active. Okay. Yeah, this seems to be nice. I like it here. So we have a relatively flat mountain. High, that's a good thing. And we can work out a base into this mountain side here. It is a bit sloped. I think that's neat. And now with the drill ship, we even have ways to, yeah, to work with the terrain. Good. I think that will be the new, yeah, the new place for a base here. I think I like it here. It's nice. We could, if we ever want to do something with wheeled vehicles or something like that, we can go down there. And until the next update comes out, we don't make a decision on if we start new or something like that. So we will have to see. Good people, I would say that's all for today. We finished the drill ship, we finished the hangar, we brought in some more uranium, and that's all pretty nice. I hope that really works out well. Okay, the uranium is already being processed. I need a way to process a bit on the side so that some goes into the other refinery too, so I don't lose out on the uranium. I need some to power the other ships we have here. So I will figure that out. That will work out in the end. Might be if we bring some in from a top side, then it should first go to this refinery, and we will see. Good people, thanks for watching. I would say if you like this episode, then please leave a like on it. Take a look at the description. There's all the links to social media, Patreon, Discord, and all that stuff. We are close to some milestones. I have the feeling, and I'm happy that is happening. Good. Thanks for watching, I would say, and I hope to see you in the next video. See ya, guys.